Caitlin Clark's new injury raises alarm bells for the Indiana Fever, who are third in the Indiana Fever. The Indianapolis team must put out the fire that is burning ever more if they want to fight for the WNBA title. The Caitlin Clark story was beginning to resonate positively in the women's basketball world, especially among the Indiana Fever, who were desperate for their star player to return to the court and take the helm. However, a new injury arose for the point guard born in Des Moines, Iowa, USA. Injuries are part of the fine print in an athlete's life. Especially in a high-connection, relentless sport like basketball, they are inevitable. The WNBA is no exception, and right now, Caitlin Clark is learning that harsh truth more than anyone. The rookie sensation, who didn't miss a single game early in her debut season, is suddenly feeling the pressure. What injury did Caitlin Clark suffer? Thank you for watching. Clark had already missed 5 games recovering from a quadriceps injury in May, and just as she was getting back into her stride, she suffered another setback. This time, a left groin injury sidelined her against the Sparks. To top it all off, this came after Indiana fired DeWanna Bonner, a double blow to the fans. Bonner's veteran status could have taken the pressure off Clark, and letting her go left the team shorthanded, raising questions about whether the Fever ignored the risks of relying too heavily on their rookie star. Clark took an awkward fall late in Tuesday's win over Seattle, but still played 31 minutes. Which Indiana Fever team will DeWanna Bonner join? Bonner's release will allow her to play with another team this season. She must complete a 40-hour period during which other teams can claim her for the remainder of the $200,000 0 cents salary owed on her unprotected one-year contract with the Fever. If no team does so, Bonner is a free agent and can sign for the veterans minimum if necessary to accommodate her preferred team's salary cap. ESPN sources indicate that Phoenix, where Bonner began her career in 2009 as the 5th overall draft pick by Auburn and won 2 titles, is one of her favorite destinations. In the heart of a resurgent WNBA season, where sold-out arenas and soaring viewership tell the story of a league on the rise, one name has been the axis around which much of the buzz rotates. Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rookie sensation, dubbed a generational talent, has captivated the nation with her deep shooting range, fiery passion, and uncanny court vision. But now, a cloud of uncertainty hangs over the franchise and fans alike: Clark's new injury. As whispers turned into headlines this week, news broke that Clark had sustained an injury during practice, a lower body tweak, the details still shrouded in team discretion. And accompanied by his daughter, Ashley Carson, a sundowner who's shrouded in tear and disgust. Though initial reports suggest it's not season-ending, the situation has raised alarm bells across the WNBA, particularly for the Indiana Fever, who currently sit third in the Eastern Conference, their best position in years. Clark's injury may only be a setback, but its implications go far beyond a temporary absence. A rising star in a team reborn since the day she was drafted first overall, Caitlin Clark was expected to change the Fever, and she has. And I'm so happy to welcome to the show today Tyler Barrett, who's a superstar on the team, and she has. From basement dwellers to playoff contenders, Indiana's leap up the Eastern Conference standings has been powered not just by her stat sheet filling performances, but by her ability to elevate the players around her. Opponents game plan around her. Teammates play with more confidence beside her. The franchise has sold out home games for the first time in over a decade. She's more than a player. She's a catalyst. And that's exactly why this injury feels so destabilizing. The pressure of the present, the Fever, while improved, are still fragile. This isn't a battle-tested championship roster with a deep bench and veteran leadership on every line. It's a young, evolving team with sparks of brilliance and moments of inconsistency. Without Clark, the entire equation changes. Alyssa Thomas may still dominate in the paint. Kelsey Mitchell can carry some of the scoring load, but the gravitational pull of Clark, the way she stretches defenses, speeds up the pace, and forces mismatches, is nearly impossible to replicate. Opponents will smell blood, they'll press harder, they'll double Mitchell, they'll collapse the lanes. The Eastern Conference is tight. A few off nights without Clark could slide Indiana down the standings and into the perilous play-in zone. And what was once a Cinderella story could suddenly become a cautionary tale. Managing the injury and expectations in the whirlwind of Clark's rise, it's easy to forget she's still a rookie. She just came off a record-breaking college career that didn't exactly allow for rest. From March Madness to pre-draft commitments to WNBA training camp to national team drama, she's barely had a breath. And now her body is saying what she hasn't had time to. Slow down. The Fever must tread carefully. The temptation to rush her back, even at 90%, will be high, especially with a playoff berth on the line and TV cameras constantly watching. But playing the long game is critical. Indiana doesn't just want a star rookie. They want a franchise cornerstone for the next decade. This moment calls for a shift in perspective. The team must think not in terms of just the next 5 games, but the next 5 years.